Here's the thing. I found a dead guy. Little adorable 9-year-old me and my even littler and more adorable playdate found a guy with blood pouring out of his mouth, and that blood was on our little adorable sneakers as we biked home. It was all very dramatic and everything, but so what?
Margot always loved mysteries, and in everything that came afterward, I could never stop thinking that maybe she loved mysteries so much that she became one.
I'm a big believer in random capitalization. The rules of capitalization are so unfair to the words in the middle.
We entered Walmart together and picked up that thing from infomercials called the club, which locks a car's steering wheel into place. As we walked through the junior department, I asked, Margot, why do we need the club?
All those paper people living in their paper houses, burning the future to stay warm. All the paper kids drinking beer some bum bought for them at the paper convenience store. Everyone demented with the mania of owning things. All the things, paper thin and paper frail. All the people too. I've lived here for 18 years and I've never once in my life come across anyone who cares about anything that matters.
Q, you're going to Duke. You're going to be a very successful lawyer or something and get married and have babies and live your whole little life. And then you're going to die. In your last moments, when you're choking on your own bile in the nursing home, you're going to say to yourself, well, I wasted my whole goddamn life, but at least I broke into C-roll with Margot Roth Spiegelman my senior year. At least I carpa'd that one DM.
A normal mother might have said, hey, I noticed you look like you're coming down off the meth binge and smell vaguely of algae. Were you perchance dancing with the snakebit Margot Roth Spiegelman a couple hours ago? But no, they prefer dreams.
She's the kind of person who either dies tragically at 27, like Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin,
Or else grows up to win, like, the first ever Nobel Prize for Awesome.
The last time I was this scared, Radar says, I actually had to face a Dark Lord in order to make the world safe for wizards.
But thinking about the grass and all the different ways you can see it made me think about all the ways I'd seen and misseen Margot. There was no shortage of ways to see her. I'd been so focused on what had become of her, but now, with my head trying to understand the multiplicity of grass and the smell from her blanket still in my throat, I realized that the most important question was who I was looking for. If what is the grass had such a complicated answer, I thought so too must who is Margot Roth Spiegelman.
I wanted to stop peeing, but I couldn't, of course. Peeing is like a good book, in that it's very, very hard to stop once you start.
Your party kicked so much ass.
Your party kicked so much ass?
Even though you suck so much.
Even though you suck so much.
It's like instead of blood, your heart pumps liquid suck.
It's like instead of blood, your heart pumps liquid suck.
But thanks for the beer.
But thanks for the beer.
The fundamental mistake I had always made, and that she had, in fairness, always led me to make, was this. Margot was not a miracle. She was not an adventure. She was not a fine and precious thing. She was a girl.
I tell her we were dead, and Ben managed to spin the car in just the right way, like some kind of brilliant, peculiar ballerina.
I thought maybe the paper cutout of a girl could start becoming real here also, and it seemed like a way to tell that paper girl who cared about popularity and clothes and everything else, you are going to the paper towns and you are never coming back.
When I thought about him dying, which admittedly isn't that much, I always thought of it like you said, that all the strings inside him broke.
But there are 1,000 ways to look at it. Maybe the strings break, or maybe our ships sink, or maybe we're grass. Our roots so interdependent that no one is dead as long as someone is still alive.
We don't suffer from a shortage of metaphors, is what I mean. But you have to be careful which metaphor you choose, because it matters.
If you choose the strings, then you're imagining a world in which you can become irreparably broken. If you choose the grass, you're saying that we are all infinitely interconnected.
That we can use these root systems not only to understand one another, but to become one another. The metaphor has implications. Do you know what I mean?
I feel her hands on my back, and it is dark as I kiss her, but I have my eyes open and so does Margot. She is close enough to me that I can see her, because even now there is the outward sign of the invisible light, even at night in this parking lot on the outskirts of Aglow. After we kiss, our foreheads touch as we stare at each other. Yes, I can see her almost perfectly in this cracked darkness.